Let's do a red carpet style with paparazzi in the background. And now the speed here is your ability to test this. So I'm going to go ahead and grab this set of images, but now my testing process will be more like this, where I can just grab that prompt, drop it in, and in a few seconds, I can see very quickly how this works for a wide range of images.
I'm at the edge of my seat.
Luckily, you don't have to wait long. Look at that.
Wow, that's so, whoa. Hey, Roblo.
So there you go. We can see it works pretty well. Even better, I think, than the other one that I had that I was testing with.
Yeah, way better.
Okay, let's get right to the chase. There's a new tool in town called Mixboard from Google, and it allows you to do bulk AI image editing with Nano Banana. Before, you would do it on tools like Gemini or AI Studio, and it was using that old chat interface, which was okay. It was pretty effective, but this new tool that came out a few days ago is so incredible. And I just found it this morning, like an hour ago. And after a little bit of testing, I'm already blown away. And let me just show you what I'm talking about. You can do bulk image editing in a visual environment really fast. Let me drop in a prompt here. And while that's going, we will get into this demo because I'm going to show you a lot of things. But what we're going to do here really quick is transform this random photo shoot into a branded photo shoot using one prompt and applying it to all these images all in one shot. All right, while that's loading, let me introduce my amazing wife, Steffi. How you doing?
Hi, everyone. I'm doing great. I'm excited.
So we thought we'd record this. Steph has never seen this. I'm showing you right now in real time. Here it goes. It's generating these images. Now my prompt, I think, tells it to like regenerate it, so it doesn't like update the actual image there. It's going to like create new ones. But check this out. We are creating this whole photo shoot in that style. And it did 11 images in one shot. I'm testing kind of the limits, the boundaries.
Is this the design hacker style?
Yeah. So what we're going to do is test out some different prompts and different use cases. But real quick, I just want to show you kind of the power here of what it can do. And real quick out of the gate, we can see some are better than others. You know, you're going to get a mixed bag sometimes with the results, but you can see the results here on some of these are pretty good. Some of them, it changed your wardrobe and kind of dolled you up a little bit to make it feel more like a professional shoot. It all comes down to prompting and how good you are at prompting. But this prompt I made for our brand to kind of apply this studio lighting setting and give it a little bit of like a purple maroon glow. And then also just kind of improve your wardrobe a little bit. Overall, you can see the speed compared to doing this in a chat interface. You can do bulk editing really fast. And look at these. These are pretty good.
Whoa. And these are photo shoots that are spanned over like 5 years. So these are different photo shoots, different looks, different hairdos, different, but this is cool to see it all uniform.
Right. And that's the power, I think, of doing these kind of prompts. You can take old photos and start to create a more cohesive look and feel. So looking at some of these, I just want to zoom in so we can kind of see. I was testing it out over here. These were pretty good, right? So like some of them aren't going to look right in this case.
Yeah, that's not me.
Sunglasses on. So just like you can just kind of ignore those. And even as you go through, delete that. Now, what's cool though, is what I could do as well is duplicate this a bunch of times and then do that same image. And now I could apply, if I can select them all, let's move them over here. Now I could take that same prompt and try doing it a bunch of times and just pick the best one. But look at the results. I mean, these look really like clean, and I like how it improved that one. So I would say like 30% of the time you're going to get mind-blowing results from Nano Banana if you have the right prompt. So this just helps you get to that really good 30% way faster. But even these are all looking really good. So what's cool is you can click on these, you can download it, and now I have it on the computer. The resolution is like 1,000 pixels tall, so it's not huge, but it's big enough for any kind of social media or website use. If you want to enlarge it, you could use a tool to enlarge and scale up your images. I have this tool called AI Enlarger Pro, and it's not very expensive. It's like $10 a month, I think.
This is also very interesting and helpful because green is not a color that I have in my wardrobe very often or I wear very often. So one, it gives me an idea of like, I should bring some green into my wardrobe. Two, it also helps me like align with the brand, even if I don't have the thing. So that feels really good. And then three, it just looks professional.
Yeah, I mean, here's an enlarged version of that one. Let's open this up and just get a feel. I mean, knowing you, like how real, that's pretty close, kind of, it's a little off when you enlarge it, but if you were to do some kind of print, like that would almost be good enough. You could probably find some better enlarger tools. I tried another one down here, which is pretty interesting. I thought this one was pretty cool how it turned out. Did the same process. I mean, that looks like a great image.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty
If I
high
was a real
res,
estate agent.
but really cool, right?
Yeah. So I noticed that you tried a couple bulk and you got an error, which I know happens. Do you
Oh,
just try it
this
again?
one.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So we got the error. Yep, lots of errors. This is an experimental feature from Google. So I have seen a lot of errors popping up. It is very limited in its use cases, like and features right now, but overall, working pretty well. And when I got the errors, I just tried it a few more times. Cool, right? So get a good prompt for your brand, and now you can try things out really fast,
Oh, that's cool.
right? We can see that same image done a few times, then you can kind of just pick the one you like. So I think that's really valuable, is doing several revisions all in one go and then pick the best one. So let's try something a little bit more crazy. What do you think?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. So I've been doing a lot of testing with style transfer, and this is just one of many use cases of using Nano Banana. The benefit here is it's super realistic and it preserves the look of the subject very well, better than any other AI tool. So I've been testing out these different styles. And Steph, I know you were having fun with this kind of diamond beach one the other day. Why don't we
Yeah.
try that out?
Okay. Grab the image of me in the red shirt outside.
Red
I like that
shirt.
one. Yeah.
Okay, let me just duplicate that. Why don't we try a few? I'll just grab a few.
Okay. Yeah. Go ahead and grab a few.
And let's run it. So we're going to try applying that beach diamond wardrobe to these images. And no errors. I'm doing like 5 images right now. Let's try it out.
That's so good. Oh, it's populating.
Some of these are tricky with props like a mic. So what's it going to do there? Oh my gosh.
Can you zoom in a little bit more?
Yeah. So different lighting. Let's see. That one turned out pretty cool. That is crazy.
Yeah.
Look at that on the beach with a laptop. Oh my gosh. It handled the mic really well.
Look at
I
my
mean, that is
pants.
ridiculous. Now, some things like this where you have a rail, the prompts may not work perfectly with different scenes like that. Have her leaning against a yacht.
Yacht.
So you can do edits within this. This is very similar to the chat interface, but it's way more visual, way more intuitive, and you can even combine things. So what the other use cases or features within this platform are, like put these people on the beach together, and it will make an image of those two people on the beach together.
Oh, cool. It put me on a railing of a yacht.
Yeah. Okay. There we go. I said, have you leaning against a yacht. So it kind of improved the look. It's very smart, very intuitive. This one didn't work very well, but I gave you glasses. So it kind of merged them together, I guess. So it was a little bit confused what to do there.
But this is fun. This is like something that I was playing around over the weekend of, really creativity. I was, doing art direction with it, but it was actually starting to create what I had in my head of, past photo shoots that I had and turning them into these diamond, gem, aqua woman photo shoots.
Okay, so now some obvious use cases of how would you use these images? Well, any kind of web design or marketing materials will really benefit from having that layer of branding applied to your images. This brand is pretty cool, and we've been using Nano Banana to try to weave together a cohesive kind of look and feel. These are other things you can do inside Nano Banana. You can drop images into a scene like this and create mockups that are custom with your branding. But these images start to look really cool when you apply a consistent brand style. And now your marketing materials, your websites, your sales funnels, your YouTube thumbnails, everything can look way more cohesive without much editing or Photoshop. You can just do it now right inside these AI tools. And I think Mixboard is the more intuitive way to do this. So you can just drop images in and now you can edit them right there. So you just upload it right into this new visual interface, and I can apply that prompt to this image. And let's just take a look. Right. So
Not quite
struggled
it,
a bit.
but I like where it's going.
But you can see the power of like trying things. And again, the first result, never settle for that. So I would try several results. And that's where that bulk editing with even one image and trying several versions of it, you may find that 1 out of 3 that really jumps off the screen.
Why is this so much better than the old way? Because I know the old way was very time consuming. Is that what it is? It saves you a bunch of time?
This is way faster. Bulk image generation and editing is really powerful. So give me five concepts for a dog food brand identity, right? You can ask it to do things right here, and it will just generate multiple images, and you can start to mix things together and experiment right here. You can do bulk editing to one. Interesting. It actually wrote as well. I hadn't even seen that. So dog food brand concepts. So look at that. We actually created 5 images, and now you can actually just like in real time start to play around with your ideas on this visual board. Then you can say, okay, I like these two, mix these together. It's super fast brainstorming rather than doing it in a chat interface, which is kind of just a linear going down the screen and you're trying to keep it up to speed. What we just did is it had it come up with 5 ideas, and now I can mix those together and see this concept.
I love that. Happy Trails Provisions. That is a cute brand right there. That's
Yeah. I think that's what's wild is you can go wide and then narrow it down. So there's a lot of creative exploring. Like to me, this is the completely new way that I'm going to do my creative work. I will jump into Mixboard. I will use these new AI models like Nano Banana, and I can visually experiment. Let me just pull up the FAQs real quick so you can kind of see more about it. It's a free public beta. It's an experiment from Google Labs. So there are some like bugs with it. It's free to use during this phase. So you can get in there and just go to mixboard.google.com. It's only available in the US right now, and it's currently in beta status. So again, there are some bugs. It's not totally perfect, but I think this is the future of visual creative ideation and design and even image editing. And I think this is a good point here from Google, that it really comes down to your prompts and capabilities to get more out of these underlying models. So I'm hoping that I'm showing you more of a strategic approach. A lot of people are going to show you, hey, I can go in and change my hair. I can change my shirt. I can put these jeans on this person, and some cool things, but they're not really scalable or systematic. What I'm doing here is creating prompt systems that I can then apply at scale in bulk to images for client work, for my own projects, to make my workflow way faster and easier.
So my question is, one of the many things that you're amazing at is you're amazing at prompting, and you really know how to prompt with AI. And obviously people can purchase products with designhacker.com, and there's a ton of stuff there. But if people wanted to experiment with creating their own prompts, what would that look like? Could you give a quick like eagle eye viewpoint of that?
Yeah, that's a great point. So prompting is really key to getting more out of these image models. I built tools, and my workflow is actually over in ChatGPT to create the prompts. So basically, the difference in how I work versus how most people work is most people will have an idea. They'll go into whether it's Gemini, AI Studio, or this new Mixboard environment or whatever AI tool they're using, and they try to do everything in there. So they start editing and working with it, and you can get pretty far with that. Like you can do some cool stuff. But if you want a more streamlined approach that's a little bit smarter and will help you move much faster and get better results, this is the workflow that I use. So when I have an idea, I actually go into ChatGPT and I use a prompt maker tool that I built. Now you could do similar things just by chatting or talking with it. You can even use Gemini or any chat interface to have AI help you write your prompts. That's rule number 1. Start doing that more often. Talk it out, get it out of your head. I always use the microphone to dictate or talk out what I want. But after many, many hours of doing this, I found that there's a more strategic approach to writing the right style of prompts and the kind of things that you need to include in your prompts to get better results. So I built a custom GPT that is already trained on how to do that. So now I can just go in and either upload an image of a style that I like, or I can just describe what I want.
Yeah, that's what I did over the weekend. I had an idea of what I wanted to create with the gem, goddess, diamond vibes. I put it in there and I described it with your tool, and then it gave me that prompt, and then I was able to create all those cool images, which I had a lot of fun over the weekend doing.
Yeah, and we could try right now. I could dictate and just say, let's do a red carpet style with paparazzi in the background, and the subject is really glammed. Change the clothing to be more red carpet runway, premium luxury feel. Put accessories and jewelry on them, and make it feel like glowing, like they are the center of attention. And there's flash bulbs going off and a red carpet. All right, so something like that. Any idea that you have, you can just get in here and describe it. And in this case, you can just verbally talk it out, run it through, and it will then write up the prompt for you. And that's where we can go back into a tool like Mixboard. And now the speed here is your ability to test this. So I'm going to go ahead and grab this set of images. And I like to test with a variety of images when I'm doing this, because the first result of your prompt may not be perfect. And it's useful to test this with different types of images. So these are pretty wide ranging. And again, this was very slow in the chat interface. I had to do these one at a time, but now my testing process will be more like this, where I can just grab that prompt, drop it in, and in a few seconds, I can see very quickly how this works for a wide range of images.
I'm at the edge of my seat.
Luckily, you don't have to wait long. Look at that.
Wow, that's so, whoa. Hey, Roblo.
So there you go. We can see it works pretty well. Even better, I think, than the other one that I had that I was testing
Yeah,
with.
way better.
So
That's incredible. Wow. So if you have a team or a group of people you want it to like all look cohesive, boom.
okay, just to summarize what we went through today, you can now use Nano Banana's amazing image model from Google, and you can do bulk image editing right inside this new tool called Mixboard. And I really think this is the new way, the new paradigm has begun with visual creative design, to be able to go in there and interact and use these AI tools to help you bring your ideas to life, to mix things together, to edit and enhance your images, and do it way faster and easier than ever before. And the final key point here is the importance of prompting. As you saw, you can do a lot of incredible things with these AI tools, but if you don't have the right prompts, it's going to be much slower and more difficult, and the results may not be quite up to your standard. So if you want some resources to help you create amazing prompts way faster, we've put together some resources over at imagehacks.com. We've got some demos to show you more about how we do our prompting process. And we also have a full course that you can get access to that takes you through our mood board method, which really helps you build out your brand strategically and use AI to bring your brand to life and create systems to build out all the assets, the marketing materials, the sales funnels, everything you need to build your brand, all with AI in a way more strategic and streamlined workflow. All right, thanks so much for watching this demo. Thank you, Steffi, for joining me, and your photos turned out amazing. So excited to see you put those to use and maybe try out some of these crazy beach images in your marketing. I know you've posted a few of those and got some amazing response already.
Yeah, let's make it happen.